share in the challenges we face. What matters most to us is building a relationship with our neighbors and friends. And after all, that's what makes Warren County special. To all our customers, thank you. You're the reason we get up every day, working to make planning for the unexpected one less thing you have to worry about. If you're not a client, visit us online, give us a call, or stop by. We'd love to have a chance to build a relationship with you. After all, we've raised our kids here, fished here, hunted here, and shopped here. We live where you live, and we're a friend who truly cares.
In the Main Street Journal news, 2 people are facing felony charges following a drug investigation in the Viola area. Authorities say a search warrant on Stubblefield Road uncovered methamphetamine, marijuana, mushrooms, a variety of pills, and firearms. Investigators reported seeing more than 100 pills, along with cash and other items tied to drug activity. Clayton Morton and Tabitha McMillan were both arrested, with Morton also facing weapons charges. Both remain jailed on bonds totaling tens of thousands of dollars. In other news, a key state permit tied to the proposed Dibble Quarry has been approved. The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation says the permit allows treated wastewater discharge and meets environmental standards, though it does not authorize construction or operation of the quarry itself. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather is brought to you by Southern Blue.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Southern Blue, where modern living meets timeless charm. Walk your furry friend in our private dog park, stay active in the fitness room, and enjoy a walkable lifestyle in the heart of downtown McMinnville. Unwind on the patio with friends at Barren Fork Brews right on site. Call 931-507-2583 today. Southern Blue, lofts and townhomes for lease to start your new chapter in style.
I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Greg Bobus. Starting the morning in the 50s and low 60s. Sunshine takes us into the afternoon. A great one dialed up with temperatures in the low 80s. Overnight tonight, back to the 50s and 60s again. And then Friday, things begin to change going into the weekend. Scattered rain showers possible in the morning. And then thunderstorms and heavier rainfall possible going into Friday night into Saturday. A low-end wind threat can't be ruled out with those storms.
Time to talk sports the right way. Score, stories, and straight talk. This is Simmons Says. Simmons Says. Simmons Says. If it matters in sports, Simmons Says.
Hello, welcome to the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. Hope they got everybody fired up here on Monday morning on all our stations and where we're at, where you can catch us on Facebook, you can catch us on YouTube, you can catch us on through the WBMC app, and you can also catch us on AM 960. We're going to have 2 hours of radio for you today. We will have Brian Ferguson in the bottom of the hour. In the first hour, Brian Ferguson, who's the middle school golf coach, who's been trying to get that program together over the last 3 years, having a pretty good run at it again this season. We'll also talk a little bit of the West Elementary Gym with him. I know he helps with the Wizards and the Lady Wizards over the winter, so maybe he'll give us a few thoughts about the new renovation project that's going to be starting over at West Elementary Gym, it seems. Going to be talking a lot about that today. Might have my own little thoughts about that in the second segment before we even get to Brian. And then also we'll have a second hour. We're going to bring in everybody's favorite guest, Main Street Journal sports writer Sam Griffin. I think he's watched some NASCAR over the weekend, really wants to tell us a little bit about the races and all that. So I think we will talk a little bit with him. Of course, district postseason starting for almost every single sport in Warren County, so I'm sure he'll have plenty of hot takes when it comes to what everybody's going to be able to do this in May. Well, actually, in April. Some teams are going to have to win in April, or they're not even going to make it to May, including some that we're going to talk about in the Simmons 6. Again, hey, if you ever want to sponsor the Simmons Says Sports Show, I mean, we have a new intro. I mean, we're branding now. And if you want to brand with us, you can. Reach out to jeff.simmons@mainstreetmedia.llc. And if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know if that I want to do that, but I don't. How does that help Jeff? I get a cut, just so you know. I'm just kidding. But still, help me out. help us out. Help your business out. Help us help us sell you out there on the radio, and I hope that everybody enjoys this show. Hope everybody's enjoying tuning in again, too. If you're starting your morning off with the Simmons Says show, hit the share button on Facebook and let everybody go. I'm over here staring down some people in the booth. There's two of them. Anytime there's two people in the booth, I always think that our radio is somehow not working at all, but I'm just going to keep talking through it. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. All I'm paid to do is talk. They're paid to get it out on the radio. All right. We got Monday morning, which means we got to have the Simmons 6. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of music, get that ready to roll.
1 6-pack to go.
Love it. All right. One thing that happened over the weekend and actually started way back on Thursday was the NFL draft. And, this thing that happened over the years, and again, I think this is some about I don't really follow pro sports as much. I do follow the Spurs, and we will get to them here in a minute. But I really do have this thing where I haven't followed pro sports as much as I did as a kid because I know that for a fact because of a weekend like this one. NBA or the NFL draft. I remember as a kid that I would get up and I would get a notepad, kind of like the legal pad that my dad brings in every Friday, and I would write down every single pick, and I would track what school they went to, what position they played, what were they the 15th running back taken, and I would sit in front of the TV for 7 rounds, 200. I'd go all the way to Mr. Irrelevant, and I'd write down every single pick. And now I don't even watch it. And it's easier than ever to watch it because it's actually not easier than ever to watch it because they've made it over like 4 days and made it into a spectacle instead of just being like a 1 or 2 day thing. Now it's at least a 3-day thing, and I don't know, it might be a 4-day thing. I haven't been keeping that much, but I will say this on the number 1 pick. Let me be the 2,000th, 10,000th, I don't know how many different sports talking heads to say, I'm just not sold on Fernando Mendoza as a number 1. I just don't get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. He just led a team in a national championship, prototypical quarterback size. I get all that. There's just something about him that I can't get behind. And Sullins and I and Trev, we were texting over the weekend, and he kind of said the same thing. It's like, I just don't know about an all-shucks quarterback. Like a guy that is going to be the leader of a room, but he just kind of just seems like he's just a good guy. And look, this is coming from a avid Tennessee fan who has like the all-time all-shucks quarterback, Peyton Manning. There's just something about it. I'm like, I don't know if Mendoza now, and he's going. Maybe it was because they didn't want to. It's in Vegas, and maybe they didn't want to lean. I mean, if you draft like Johnny Manziel type of personality in Vegas, you're just asking for trouble. I get that. I don't know. Maybe Fernando's just not, maybe I'm not seeing what Fernando is in the locker room around the team. There's just something about his personality. It's not that it rubs me the wrong way. It's just, I don't know. I just wouldn't be psyched if that was my franchise guy. If I was like, man, I'm going to build everything I have around that guy. And I juxtapose that with, listen, number 2 on the Simmons 6, NBA playoffs. I'm still sticking with my pick of the Spurs over the Spurs over the Celtics, even though I think Oklahoma City looks unstoppable. But I watched Victor Wembanyama play over the weekend, and I'm just sitting there like, that's a guy that you stake your claim to. That's a number 1 pick that you're like, I can build everything around that guy, that personality. He's an affable guy as well, but he locks in. He doesn't care to talk a little smack. You can tell that I don't think he's going to be the most well-liked superstar. I know the media is going to love him. In fact, I think he got the Magic Johnson Media Award for his candid answers in interviews, but I don't think everybody on the court's going to like him because he plays with a little bit of an edge. Maybe Mendoza's the same way. I don't know. But I did look at that, and I was just like, there's something about Fernando the Mendoza that just does not sit well with me. And again, too, he could be the best pick that they've ever made. He might end up being Tom Brady, for all I know, and win multiple championships. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to call him a bust either. I don't think he's going to be like Ryan Leaf or anything. He just might just be a perfectly serviceable quarterback. But if I was picking number one, perfectly serviceable would not be what I would be looking for. Titans fans out there, did you like the Carnell Tate pick? I don't know. There's just something about a guy that and I don't think he was he ever the number one receiver at Ohio State in his career? Maybe this past year. I mean, and now all of a sudden you're going to be asking him to be an NFL one. He might be. I mean, he's definitely got skills. I remember him coming out of high school and everybody wanted him, including Tennessee. So I mean, he's definitely a coveted prospect. It's just one of those things where if he's never been like a real go-to number one guy for a long time in college, is he all of a sudden going to develop that in the NFL? He absolutely could. He absolutely might. I'm going to be skeptical until I see it. And, of course, too, I don't know. Titans go with Cam Ward last year, so now they go with a receiver in the first round in the top 4. I don't hate that. I mean, if you're gonna hitch your wagon to Cam Ward, you got to give him some weapons and see whether or not he can go out there and roll. So I think that's what the Titans are doing. And of course, they hired a defensive-minded head coach, so maybe they're thinking he can help the defense. So let's just load up on offensive talent and see where it goes. Could be the best way to do it. All right, number 3 on the Simmons 6, Friday night, and we're gonna go to a little bit of video right here. Christian, can you go to the video? Can you go get a video up here for me? Boy Christian wins at Shelbyville, wild flag football game. They beat Shelbyville 19-18, and this is where I wanted to get a little video evidence to tell you this is what it's like to trust what you're doing, even though when it's not always going well. Christian, we up on the screen?
It's saying no signal detected. You got that plugged in?
I do have it plugged in. This time it's not on me. I feel right about this. Well, that's
very interesting.
All right. Well, I guess we're not going to do that. All right. Well, hey, Boyd won 19-18. Great on that one. All right. Going to next thing on the Simmons 6. As I get very irritated at our equipment not working. Postseason for almost everybody, including the middle school baseball, middle school softball teams. They're going to be going in district. We got those brackets up. You can go to This Week in Sports on the Main Street Journal.llc and look those up and see where they're going to be playing and what teams they're going to play. I know the softball team is going to be in All Good playing. That's where their tournament's going to be. We get to host the baseball tournament. In fact, they're going to be playing at home tonight. That's the middle school baseball team. They were the number 2 seed, got to host one of the pods in the pod system. So looking forward to seeing what they can do tonight. Again, just a heads up, if you ever want to see what's going on in Warren County sports, you can do that every Sunday. This Week in Sports come in every Sunday, and I write that up. It is free because Westwood Church of Christ is our sponsor for spring sports coverage. So if you can go on there and you can look and see what that is doing. But again, too, the schedules are out there. Baseball, softball, middle school tournaments are getting cranked up. And also, too, we'll be updating you a little bit about the soccer, tennis, and other sports in the spring. I know soccer has a big match tonight as well. They're in the semifinals, and that is also a home game. That'll be at the high school. If they beat DeKalb County, they'll be going to the finals. Nobody's beat them yet. Don't start now. Warren County Middle School Soccer could be undefeated and win a championship before the week is over. We had Johnny Smith on the show. He loves that group of kids, thinks that they're going to be ultra talented in the future. They're ultra talented right now. Let's go to the high school, number 5 on the Simmons 6. Baseball, it's do or die. You win or you go home. If you want to play into May, you have to beat Coffee County at Coffee County tonight, and that also means you're probably going to have to beat the co-pitcher of the year if Coffee County elects to throw Davis McKenzie. Pioneers, this has been one of the more interesting seasons I think I could ever remember, because if you go back in the last 30 years of Pioneer baseball, that's going back to 96 when I think they did go to the state tournament. In the last 30 years, you probably can count on one hand how many times the Warren County Pioneers have won over 20 games in the regular season. In fact, it might have only been 2 or 3 times ever in the last 30 years. Or not ever, but in the last 30 years. It might have only been 2 or 3 times ever. Stop saying ever. It's not ever. Golly. 2 or 3 times in the last 30 years have they won 20 games in the regular season, and yet 0-8 in district. I still have no idea how to balance that. 21-1 in out of district games this year, including sweeping Livingston Academy and Whitwell last week. Beat Whitwell on senior night. So this team has formulas to win. Can they beat Coffee County? They lost a 2-run game. I believe it's 2-0 and 6-5 when they played Coffee County this year earlier in the season. So they were in both of those games. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to beat Coffee County tonight to get this thing done. I hope everybody, if you can, make that drive over to Coffee County, watch the game, support the Pioneers. They have a chance to win and get into the bracket play, which is basically a best-of-3 series with Cookeville. So if they have to beat Coffee County, and then they're going to have to beat Cookeville 2 out of 3 if they want to make it to the region this year. But you can't make it. You can't get to Cookeville if you can't beat Coffee County tonight. Last thing on the Simmons 6. I made a prediction last week on the Warren County Sports Authority, and I hope that I see it come through to fruition tonight. The Lady Pioneer tennis team going to Lincoln County with a chance to win a district championship, team championship. And again, it's one of those things where it's do or die for that team as well, because only one team makes it to the region. One team. Now, we do have individuals that are going to be playing in the region tournament thanks to their efforts in the individual tennis tournament. There's an individual tennis tournament and a team district tournament. If you think that sounds confusing, it is. But if they beat Lincoln County, they will advance as a team to next week's region team tournament. They need to win that one tonight. They lost 4-3 to Lincoln County. It's the only team that has beat them this season. Hopefully, the Lady Pioneers can get a little bit of redemption. This could be a flip-flop from last year. Last year, they were the regular season undefeated champions, ended up losing in the district tournament. This year, they were second place, lost to Lincoln County. Lincoln County was the undefeated team. Perhaps they can flip-flop that one in this one. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Simmons Says Show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit with Brian Ferguson, who is the Warren County Middle School golf coach. This is the Simmons Says Show on WBMC 97.7 FM.
You know that spot where the food is always fresh, the portions are big, and the prices don't break the bank? That's Nello's Mexican Restaurant right here in McMinnville. From sizzling fajitas to authentic tacos, everything's made fresh and full of flavor. When you walk in, you're not just a customer, you're treated like family. Come see the Nello's family and enjoy great food at a price that keeps you coming back. Nello's Mexican Restaurant. Come hungry, you'll leave happy.
Big news for your home or office. Mountain Cove Water is now LeBlue Water. Same great service, now with a fresh new name. Enjoy purified or spring water delivered straight to you in convenient 12 and 20-ounce bottles. Handy 7-ounce cups or 5-gallon bottles for your cooler. Need equipment? LeBlue has hot and cold coolers. Even bottom load options for easy use. Residential or commercial, LeBlue keeps you refreshed. Visit LeBlueWater.com today and get a free 6-pack to sample. LeBlue Water. Pure. Simple. Delivered.
Weekly specials are here again from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. Prairie Boneless Center Cut Pork Chop Family Pack, $2.69 a pound. Oscar Mayer Bologna, 16-ounce, just 2 for $5. Taco Bell Dinner Kits, 14-ounce, 2 for $6. And Gain Liquid Detergent, 46 ounces, just $4.99. Don't forget about the full-service deli from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
Enter a world of action, suspense, comedy, and romance at 3 Star Cinema, where the latest stars shine and the perfect movie captivates you. Now showing
Project Hail Mary, rated PG-13. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, rated PG. Michael, rated PG-13. You, Me, and Tuscany, rated PG-13. The Mummy, rated R.
Call the 24-hour movie line for showtimes at 473-7600. Experience your hometown movies at 3 Star Cinema.
The Warren County High School Greenhouse Sale will take place on Saturday, May 2nd from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Warren County High School Greenhouse located at 199 Pioneer Lane. A wide variety of vegetable and flowering plants along with trays, pots, and hanging baskets will be available with an option to buy your own hanging basket starting at $15.
Hello, welcome back to the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am Jeff Simmons, your host. Going to tell you a little bit about our sponsor, Douglas and Lanier Agency, your hometown insurance experts specializing in commercial coverage for agriculture, contractors, and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. Trust a team that knows hard work, smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier. Hope everybody's having a show.
Douglas and Lanier.
474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. Man, I started talking through that. I never do that. Sorry about that. Douglas and Lanier, hope everybody's going over there to Faulkner Springs Road, over on my neighbors over there, and taking care of all their insurance needs. Again, we will have Brian Ferguson coming in at the bottom of the hour, 9:30, but I want to talk a little bit about what we might be asking him before he leaves the studio today, and that is a little bit about this West Gym project. I saw it over on Facebook this weekend. Warren County Joy posted about the fact that the school board has approved, and this is, quote, school board has approved a $416,500 renovation project for the West Elementary Gym. Renovation will provide a new and larger gym floor, new basketball goals, and new bleachers on each side. Sounds like that the school board has already voted this last week to award the project to a construction company out of Murfreesboro, which was the low bidder. It will have to go through financial management committee to be finalized on that. I think that would probably be rubber stamped and ready to go, because that was, I want to assume that this was one of those projects with Warren County's school system that they kind of earmarked that $10 million in projects over last summer. Now, granted, some of that was the cafeteria. Some of that I think is going to be obviously West Elementary Gym. I think at some point that's going to be Warren County Track. This is what I would say. And I saw the post and I saw the things out there. Very happy for West Elementary. We're going to talk to Brian Ferguson about this because, again, he's hands-on with the kids over there at West Elementary who are trying to get better and represent the Wizards and the Lady Wizards best as possible. I say this on those comments is I love when people want to support it. It's always a little bit frustrating when you look in the comments and you immediately see the whatabouts. And I say this every single time when we start talking about this in Warren County, when it talks about spending, when we talk about sports spending in particular, is we earmarked this $400,000, which I thought was honestly a low number in my opinion. When I thought what it was going to cost to redo West Elementary Gym, I would have thought that was seven figures easy. It was going to have to cost $1 million. So to get under $500,000 to potentially end up making the gym usable, I mean, a large gym floor, new basketball goals, new bleachers, and with an occupancy of right around 300, if with what I'm reading right on Warren County Joy is correct. I know that you're going to want your things too. It's just one of those situations right now where let's be happy for what's going on, and if we can't, we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, man. I feel like I'm Waylon talking about Lukenbach, Texas. Is at the moment that we get too busy keeping up with the Joneses. West Elementary needed this. We're going to start it, and then we'll see what we're at next. I think the track's I really do think Warren County High School track will be the next project that we see that capital funds project fund go to. Now, the next thing after that, I don't know. But I don't want to get to the point where every time we spend something on one thing, it's the what about this one that they should be getting this money to. We're not going to be able to do for all. It's not going to happen. It's just never going to happen. Until they can build a 6,000 student school in Warren County that can host every single kid in this county, it's gonna be a little bit different for everybody and everybody else's experiences. That said, great for West to get this done. I hope that this is going to be something that they can get done quickly, swiftly, and I can't wait to be at that gym the first time that they host their own home game, because they've not done it in a while. In fact, I don't think since they've been in county basketball they've ever hosted their home game. So I hope that that can happen for them, and I hope it happens soon. All right, we're going to bring in Brian Ferguson to talk a little bit about golf and West Gym when we come back. Again, too, want to thank Douglas and Lanier, 474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road, for their sponsorship of the Simmons Says Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Go to Lukenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys.
This news update brought to you by Coffee Bank and Trust.
Looking for a loan? At Coffee Bank and Trust, we make it happen. From business goals to personal dreams, we specialize in finding a way to get you approved fast. Better listening, better solutions, better banking. Because at Coffee Bank and Trust, we're committed to serving you better. Come home to Coffee Bank and Trust, a division of Coffee County Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 646005. Coffee Bank and Trust. Believe in better.
In the Main Street Journal news, a new executive director is in place for Main Street McMinnville, ending a months-long search to fill the role. Hannah Cowan-Jones, a Warren County native, has been selected to lead the Downtown Revitalization Organization, which has been without a director since December. Jones brings experience in public history, preservation, and tourism, and says she's eager to build on the momentum already seen downtown. Main Street McMinnville oversees events, grants, and beautification efforts aimed at supporting local businesses and enhancing the historic district. In other news, Magnus Library is launching a new teen advisory board aimed at giving local youth a stronger voice in programming and activities. The board is open to teens aged 13 to 18 and will help shape future events while offering leadership experience. Applications are available to the library through May 1st. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather update brought to you by Juicy's Wellness Cafe.
Juicy's Wellness Cafe is McMinnville's very first and only health food cafe with a full juice bar. Our menu is bursting with delicious options, including wraps, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and mouth-watering desserts, all made from fresh ingredients with gluten-free options. Join us at our cozy cafe, 110 East Main Street in downtown McMinnville. We can't wait to see you at Juicy's Wellness Cafe. Real food for real reasons.
I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Greg Bobis. Starting the morning in the 50s and low 60s. Sunshine takes us into the afternoon. A great one dialed up with temperatures in the low 80s. Overnight tonight, back to the 50s and 60s again. And then Friday, things begin to change going into the weekend. Scattered rain showers possible in the morning. And then thunderstorms and heavier rainfall possible going into Friday night into Saturday. A low-end wind threat can't be ruled out with those storms.
I'm a member of the country club. Country music is what I love. I drive an old Ford.
All right, welcome back to the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. Hope everybody's having a good Monday morning. I am Jeff Simmons, your host, and I hope everybody in the comment section. Franklin Fisher noticed that my computer wasn't working for me in the first segment. He says Monday morning, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, but by all means, don't throw the computer. It got close there for a second. I was going to throw it at you, Christian. I don't know if I could get it through the window, but it was about to be launched through here. I have anger issues. That's why I coach. No, I'm kidding. We are here with middle school coach Brian Ferguson. Coach, thanks for coming in on Monday morning for me.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Let's pull that mic a little bit closer to you, and we're going to talk a little bit about middle school golf. And I was looking through, and I just talked to you a little bit about this right before. This is your third year with the middle school golf program, and I saw something that you posted after your very first season with the golf team, and you said in that post on your Facebook page, we're on our way to greatness. Warren County is coming on the golf course. Do you feel like now that you're in year 3, are y'all making that move incrementally year to year?
Yeah, so this is really the first year that we don't have 8th graders. Mm-hmm. So it's been a little bit different than the first 2 years, but the progress and the overall consistency throughout the program has been awesome. And I do feel like even though we took a step back as far as results this year, the mentality and the competitiveness and all of that stuff has been growing every year. So
yeah, I think that taking the steps of doing this, because I think at a high school level at golf, you're kind of feeling like you've already gotten kids that have been in the game. But you're going out right now, and I think when you start talking about 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for middle school golf, you're sort of just kind of scour to find kids that just will pick up a sport.
Yeah.
That is incredibly frustrating to play.
Amen. Yeah. This year specifically, My girls team is all brand new. I lost 4 8th grade girls last year, from last year to this year. And my very first match, I had 5 of my 8 varsity players that had never played in a golf match before. So it was fun as a different challenge, because we have about 4 weeks of actual practice to get them ready for their first real match. And then from when matches start, we have 2 or 3 a week for about 5 weeks, and we hit it hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all are pretty busy. I mean, y'all are going to Sparta today.
Yes, sir.
Playing Sparta in Coffee County.
Yep.
And then y'all are going to Cookeville for White Plains on Wednesday, which will be y'all's district tournament.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely been busy over the last 4 to 5 weeks. What y'all started that first year, like when you look back at that very first season and the things that y'all were able to accomplish and what the building blocks that y'all put in there, like what are you most proud of what y'all have been able to do over these 3 years?
To be honest, it's not really golf wise, but to just build up these kids' confidence. Middle school is some tough years. You're learning, you're growing, your body's going through a lot, you're going through a lot. School's getting harder, life's getting more real. You can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as what's coming in like high school, and now your parents and your teachers are like, hey, college. And so one of the things that I'm most proud of is getting these kids to be confident in themselves. That's one of the things, thankfully, that I've never struggled with. I have a sense of irrational confidence sometimes.
That's good.
But to get them to believe in themselves and to really, that starts on the golf course with me, but then for them to be able to carry that into the classroom and then outside, and to watch some of these kids that are now in high school performing well in golf, and then academically, and seeing some of these kids grow that way is probably something I'm most proud of.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an interesting dynamic to talk about, the fact about building confidence, and what I would consider is, at that age in particular, and hey, in my age, anytime I go out there, I feel like golf it might be right 1A, 1B with baseball when it comes to being like a failure sport.
Oh yeah,
like it's something that even when you play it well, it's not always going to go well for you. So yeah, having to build that confidence, having to have that mentality to come back and hit the next shot, hoping that it'll be better than the last one, is something that it's tough for me. I'm 40, and I'm like I've given up golf probably 7 times as an adult.
If you don't hate golf, you're not playing it the right way. That's kind of it is the most frustrating sport that I have ever played and or coached, for sure. But yeah, I mean, just to get them to be okay with whatever result comes out of it is something that is one of the things that I preach. We can't play the result. You're going to hit great shots that end up poorly, and you're going to hit terrible shots that end up great.
I love that idea about not being results oriented, that you got to just be process oriented.
Yeah, you have to.
That that's something that I've talked about a lot when in my coaching too. Is like, if you only base what you're going through on the results, that what happened, I was like, sometimes you don't control all those results.
You will never ever feel happy or satisfied, and there's a benefit to that, like that Kobe mentality, job's not finished.
Yep.
But if you are only ever concerned about the results and not the progress, it can be, your joy can be certainly taken from you.
Well, I mean, while we're talking about the idea that there's this frustration and things about going to golf, and y'all use Warren County, I'm guessing y'all use McMinnville Country Club as your home course.
Yeah, that's our home course.
And while that's always it's frustrating, sometimes I would assume as a coach, it has to have like some funny times when you see someone go through, when you're like, yep, been there before.
Yep, amen.
So what's kind of some examples? I mean, especially with a team this year that's been so new, that about any time where you saw them go through something, or maybe in practice where they did something or asked something where you're like, oh, okay, yeah. We're back to the building blocks here.
Yeah, so it happens kind of frequently, but just the questions, and some of them are great, they're learning, but we were kind of just practicing, walking through how to actually play a golf hole, and this kid he's walking, and he keeps walking, and I have another kid about to hit, and I go, hey, you got to wait. And he's like, why? And I'm like, do you want to get hit? like it's just one of those things, which again, it's middle school and they're, going through it. But then another one is we're at a match and water in front of a golf hole is always scary. But middle school, thankfully, when they hit into the water, they can drop on the other side so they don't have to hit over the water twice. Yeah. And so I literally will tell them as far as like match planning goes, I go, hey, if you're going to hit in the water, do it on the first one, so that way we can just drop. And they're like, are you telling me to hit in the water? And I go, well, if you're going to, do it now, and that way we can move on, and then get closer to the green next time.
That's like Caddyshack right there with the old couple. The guys hitting in the water.
You're supposed to hit in the water? No. Now, just hit in the water.
Yeah, first one. Let's get this one out of the way. No, it's interesting. Like when you talk about getting kids into this sport, and some of them being their first matches, or maybe they're even their first introduction into golf. Like what are those first days like? What are you focused on?
Especially with the new groups or the new kids is really just the absolute fundamentals. I mean. My favorite metaphor, and the kids that have been with me over the last 2 or 3 years, they are probably sick of hearing it. But I'm talking about building a house, and you can't build a house without a solid foundation. And so I really focus on correct grip, correct like base, correct swing paths, and we go real slow. I mean, these kids. And they're like, especially boys, they're like, I can't wait to hit driver. I can't wait to swing hard. I can't wait to do this. And I go, we're going to practice chipping and putting for 3 hours over the next 2 days. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because that stroke 4 inches is the same as the one that you're hitting 200 yards. So, but yeah, really it's just the absolute grip. It's swing path and kind of really what club does what. What is this club? What is that club? Yeah. Which is some fun questions. Try to explain what a difference is between a wedge and an iron, and then get into a hybrid and why a 3-wood's not a driver and all that stuff.
You might want to explain that to me right now. Well, sometimes I go to the club. I'm like, what should I hit right now? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna hit or getting where in my stance I should have the ball. I'm just like, I still think some of that stuff. I'm just like, that's just mumbo jumbo. Sometimes hit it hard.
Yeah, and then sometimes like when they're struggling, I'll just go, hey, this is a sport. Now's the time to be an athlete. Yeah. Trust your body. And that's then some really fun stuff happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you ever just what are some of the fun ways in which y'all, because there can be a monotonous, just like you said, we're gonna sit there and chip. So do y'all ever get like into putting contests or I mean like kind of like do you bring out the clown mask or anything like that? Like Happy Gilmore?
So I set up some putting contests on the putting green a lot, some chipping contests, some closest to the pins. And then what I try to have them do is try to beat me. Okay. I will always do it with them. And I have not won every competition. I have lost to some middle schoolers, right hand, some accountability. But I will always have them they'll compete against themselves, and then I will also try to kind of show and teach. And then also I reward them by getting to play a hole against me, either as like a scramble twosome and just try to get some of those fun competitive juices flowing. And then I'll also set up, I'll make them do 3-foot, 6-foot, 9-foot putts, but I'll make them make 10 in a row from each spot. And if they miss, they have to start over. Oh. And they hate that. But it teaches them some pressure putting. Yeah. And it's really fun to hear them because I make them count them out loud. Yeah. And they're like, I'm at 20. And I'm like, you better not miss now. And then inevitably they will. And you'll hear a I hate this. And I'm like, well, you're doing it right then. So
don't get comfortable.
Yeah. Don't get comfortable. And then I'll make them do 10 5-footers in a row. And then if I see him get to like 8 or 9, I'll just come stand next to him. Yeah. I won't say anything, but that's what we do.
Oh, let's see that this one goes in. No, it's interesting hearing you talk about that. Also, what everybody just found out too that Brian's talking about coaching golf is why it might be one of those jobs that people do look out to go in there he gets to play golf a lot.
Yeah. It's. I mean, there's certainly some benefits.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're going to talk a little bit more about the team, and we're going to talk a little bit about who are the standouts this year, who kids that we need to be looking forward to on the golf courses in the future in Warren County. Who's going to be the next Lawrence Slatton? Who's going to win that next state championship? But hey, look, if you're looking for great entertainment right here in McMinnville, don't miss out on what's happening at the Park Theater. Your home for live music, movies, and unforgettable events in the beautifully restored historic venue. From concerts to community shows, there's always something exciting on stage. You can grab your tickets today by calling 506-2787. Again, that is 931-506-2787, or visiting Park Theater's website and Facebook. The Park Theater in downtown McMinnville. I can't even say McMinnville right now. The Park Theater in downtown McMinnville, where great nights happen. We'll be back on the Simmons Says Sports Show.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
If you've been doing something for 10 years, it means it's important to you. Farm Credit Mid-America has been paying back their customer owners a portion of their profits in the form of patronage for 10 straight years. More than $1.75 billion, in fact. They're a cooperative owned by farmers, so they're invested in building something strong together. Patronage is an annual decision made by the Board of Directors to return earnings to eligible customers. For more information on patronage or patronage eligibility, visit fcma.com/patronage.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business make good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
It's auction time in Tennessee on Saturday, May 9th at 10 a.m. We'll be at 280 Urban Lane and Vandergrift Road selling the Nick and Jacqueline Self Farm. This 119 acres will be offered in 13 tracts. There's a beautiful custom brick home with an in-ground pool and pool house, a 60 by 40 loft barn, a 70 by 60 equipment shed, and lots of room to roam. We will also sell 2 excavators, hay equipment, and cattle equipment. For more info, call 473-LAND or visit dmsimpson.com.
For over 60 years, one name has stood for trust, value, heritage, and exceptional care. Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta, Tennessee. From their outstanding service department to a fine selection of quality new and used vehicles, they're committed to doing things the right way. So whether you're looking for a new Chevrolet, car, truck, or SUV, you'll find real savings and the kind of stellar customer service that keeps people coming back for years to come. Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta. The best deal and service you won't find anywhere else.
Down the middle, then it started to hook just a wee bit, and that's when my caddy lost sight of it. That little white
And I don't know if there's that many golf songs, but Christian's finding all of them for us today here on the Simmons Says Sports Show. I am Jeff Simmons, your host. We are here with middle school golf coach Brian Ferguson. The middle school competes in golf in the spring. High school competes in the fall. So, again, let's talk a little bit about who are these kids that we need to know, where we need to start writing some names down because, of course, Warren County, known for its golf team, 1992, had a state championship girls team. Most recently, Lauren Slatton has went to the state and won the state, and then she's now playing at UAB. I think we just had an announcement that we had another female golfer that's going to be signing here soon, Matheny.
Today.
She's
signing today.
Okay, well, there you go. So I think, again, too, we just have more and more people that are doing a great job with this team. So who's the next ones that we need to know about, on the boys and girls side?
So there's a boy that actually his last year in middle school was the year before I took over. His name's Noel.
Okay, yeah.
Noel is one to look out for. I believe he is a sophomore or junior this year. He's one to look out for. He's got the goods. Then going into the kids that I coached, sophomores, freshmen, my first 2 years, Sawyer Caton, he was my number one boy. His 8th grade year, he's definitely got it. He's out there grinding all the time. Girls wise, Gabby Malloy.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta look out for Gabby. Gabby, unfortunately, I believe had soccer injury this past year. So she wasn't able to compete in the fall, but she has got it. She was my girl that qualified as an individual for the sectional tournament my first 2 years of coaching.
And is that Zach's kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Zach's
club
oldest daughter.
champion for people that don't know who Zach Malloy is.
So not only did she gets it at home, she got it in middle school, and she's always out there. I've seen her. She comes and checks on our matches, and she's always at the driving range, and she's putting in the work. So then as far as right now, the kids that are on my team, Leighton Taylor, Cole and Haley's boy.
Another club guy.
Yeah. He's in 7th grade this year. He was very surprising last year as a 6th grader. Looking forward to him. And the jumps that he is going to make.
Does he play more like Wendell, or does he like the grandpa, or does he play more like Cole?
I think he plays more like grandpa.
Okay, that might be a good thing.
I think he plays more like grandpa. Certainly see some sides of Cole when he's out there.
Okay, well that's not a terrible thing either.
No, I like.
It means he's competitive.
Yes, yeah, a little bit of fire, which I love. Leighton for sure. 6th grader Memphis Sadlin.
Okay.
He's one that's been around the game a little bit, but hasn't really played in this competitive kind of structure, and he's been very, very surprising this year as well.
Sounds like a good golf name.
Memphis Sadlin.
Memphis Sadlin. That's just a great athlete.
So I'm hoping I can pull some of this fire from him, and because he played basketball for me when he was in at West Elementary, and then. He's just got into football, but I'm hoping that we get some of this competitiveness in golf. And then Carson Ward, new this year, 7th grader, never played. He's been really, really good, very consistent. So
what are they hitting off the tee? I mean, how far are some of the more competitive middle school golfers hitting the ball? I mean, I know, like you said, you're focusing on chipping, putting, and the fundamentals. But when they let the big dog eat, what are they sending to that?
Yeah, I mean, 225 is probably the deep hitters. Memphis can get it out there for sure. Leighton could get it out there for sure. They hit it straighter than I do. Which is impressive. The coaching works. Do as I say, not as I do type situation. Thankfully, because I could hit it 300 yards, 150 yards straight, 150 yards right. But as far as straight goes, we got a problem. But yeah, I mean they're pushing that 225, 230 pretty consistently when they go after it. Yeah. Now there are some other kids in the district. There's one specifically. He plays for Avery Trace. He's all good. Yeah. Really, really good golfer. Shot under par against us. Wow. Eagled his last 2 holes. Went 4 under in 2 holes. Yeah, he's one that he can probably pump it 270, 280.
Wow. That's some crushing the ball.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's real good. He would beat me. So.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there thinking about that. So have they gotten good enough now where they get to disguise like hooks and slices as fades and draws? Because that's I never got there as a golfer.
Yeah,
I was sitting there thinking like, I want to say that I just sliced the ball really bad, but I want to be like, oh no, I'm just playing a fade,
just hitting a cut. Yeah, no. So I try to change their verbiage a little bit because some of them know like, oh, that's a big slice, and I'm like, no. Power cut, buddy. That's called a power cut. You start that thing left, we're good.
Yeah.
But no, they're certainly a especially the kids that have been around the game, they know this. Leighton is a right to left, so he's more of a draw, but it can get hooky.
Okay.
Hands wise, he gets a little quick. Memphis is more of a fade. Aiden Potter, I haven't talked about Aiden Potter.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one of my top boys. He's good. He hits a little fade, but he hits a beautiful high fade. That's a nice soft one. So try not to change that too much.
Yeah, I gave up on that years ago, and I just started aiming more right. I just set up to the right, knowing that's going to come back super hard left. All right. Well, hey, listen, I know that we want to talk golf, and best of luck to your team
Thank you.
this
Appreciate
afternoon
it.
in
Appreciate
Sparta,
it.
and also on Wednesday in the district tournament in Cookeville. Again, that's going to be at White Plains Golf Course. We'll have more coverage on that on the MainStreetJournal.LLC. Sam Griffin been doing a great job keeping up with.
Shout out Sam.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job with that. But I wanted to ask you a little bit about the reporting that's coming out over the weekend that West Elementary will be having a renovation done to its gym. And you are helping with the basketball teams, I think. Do you help with both the girls and the boys?
Yeah, so I've been the assistant coach the last 3 years for both boys and girls.
Yeah, and energetic guy. And I mean, people see you. Everybody, they're like, "Hey, who's that guy?"
Yeah.
Out there, I'm like, "Hey, that's just the assistant coach, man. He's just right. He's bringing energy.
Yeah.
Out there." But what kind of energy is going through? Because I mean, have you been to the stool yet today?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've
So
been there this morning.
I'm assuming that was kind of the buzz immediately
Yeah.
when everybody walked in. Was like, "Hey, this is happening." Now
So-
y'all probably knew, but
Well, so not really. There's only a few of us that knew
Mm-hmm.
about this even being a possibility. We've had some people coming into the school, kind of architects and kind of measuring some stuff and trying to figure out exactly what the bids were going to look like, what the plans were going to look like. But there was only a few of us that actually were kind of in on what was actually happening.
Yeah.
And so like this post that came out over the weekend on Facebook that always takes over, that was when kind of our whole school building kind of knew about it. But yeah, there was definitely some buzz this morning. People are asking questions, trying to figure out more timelines and exactly what it's going to look like and all that fun stuff. But it's definitely exciting, definitely deserved.
So is there a timeline set up? Well, do we have an idea maybe, or is that still just kind of to be determined?
Yeah, it's kind of to be determined. It really depends on what the summer looks like for them, and how fast kind of the paperwork and all of the behind the scenes stuff goes. I know that as far as a basketball standpoint, we would like it done as quickly as possible.
Obviously.
So that way we can get those kids in there. As far as like a logistical standpoint, these things take a while. So, but also we have a requirement from the state to hold these PE classes, and we at West, if you haven't been there, don't have a ton of extra room so to hold some PE. So if it's not done by fall time, we may not be able to. They may have to have it done by fall time, so that way we can get these cold weather PE classes. We could take them outside for a little bit, but as far as an actual timeline, I don't know anything specifically.
Well, I was going to ask, though, as somebody who's been helping at West Elementary and who's been teaching over there, I think you said this is your fifth year now.
Yep.
What's it going to be like, whether it's this winter, whether it's next winter, or whenever it happens, to go play a home game at West Elementary when you're playing out there, and it's not on a court that has duct tape three-point lines?
I'm excited for those kids. Those kids deserve it more than anybody else. And the kids that have gone through the program that didn't get this, they deserved it too. But I'm very excited for them, and it will be a fun experience, I think, for some of these kids. And I hope these fifth grade boys who kind of grew into some of their own last year will get a chance to play in their own gym. They deserve it. The girls deserve it. But it will be exciting. I think that'll be a sense of pride and ownership that they have not really felt yet.
So is this the gym that Cam Chadwell built?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully this will be the gym that Cam builds. That would be great.
Well, no, I mean, just tongue in cheek there, but I mean, he's a very another kid that when you start looking. Have you been there long enough yet now to see some of your kids that maybe you first started with make it to the high school level?
So really the fifth graders that I started with are freshmen and think sophomores this year.
Yeah.
So I've seen some of them. Specifically, my nephew it's wild to see him in high school. But
Yeah.
he was in 5th grade when I started there. But yeah, that group I've seen them grow up. The group that's in 4th grade now started in kindergarten when I was there, so I've seen them grow.
Wow.
It's cool, very cool parallels to
Yeah.
see. Like Cam was one of those kindergartners that I started with, and now I see him 15 days away from his going into his 5th grade year, and little Cam, who was always an athlete, you saw him running around the playground, but now dropping 25, 30 points and against kids twice his height, because he's not a big 4th grader, but he's got some dog in him. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully by next year, hopefully we'll be able to see Cam Chadwell, the West Wizards, the West Lady Wizards, be able to take the court at their home gym, and if not, hopefully that happens by 27, 28, but hopefully 26, 27. Coach Ferguson, appreciate you, man. I hope that y'all do great this afternoon, and I hope everything goes well over there West. But appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely, I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. Well, hey, we'll have to come back. We'll have to have you come back. Maybe get Isaiah Story in here, and have that a big West day.
Yeah,
when that
let's
gym
do it.
when that gym is finally christened. But I hope everybody has a good time. Stick with us. We're going to be back with an hour or two of the Simmons Says show on WBMC 97.7 FM. I'm going to be joined by Sam Griffin, who's going to be telling us a little bit about what's going on in the postseason for all Warren County sports. We'll be back on the Simmons Says program.
Line for just one roll, you've got to have an ace in the hole. If you're headed down a one-way street and you're not sure it's the way you want to go,
The following news is brought to you by TriStar Realty, Turner McKinney.
When it's time to sell, experience matters. Trust matters. TriStar Real Estate and Auction Company has proudly served the Upper Cumberland since 1987, making them the most established and trusted name in real estate and auctions. And when you choose an auction, you'll work with Turner McKinney. With over 10 years of auction experience, Turner's goal is simple: provide the most professional, transparent, and trustworthy auction service in the industry. TriStar Real Estate and Auction Company. Experience you can trust. Results you can count on.
In the Main Street Journal news, a high-speed police chase up Red Road ended in a crash that left a vehicle totaled and a driver facing felony charges. Police say Jason Yates fled from officers just before midnight after running a red light, accelerating away before wrecking into a ravine. A passenger was treated at the scene, and authorities say Yates was driving on a suspended license at the time. He now faces felony counts of evading arrest and reckless endangerment, along with several misdemeanor charges. In other news, the Warren County Republican Party will host its annual Reagan Day event Friday at the Magnolia Event Center. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. with the program beginning at 6, featuring congressional candidates and Congressman Tim Burchett. Tickets are available online or through the local party. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
This weather update brought to you by Prince HVAC.
Prince HVAC would like to thank all their customers throughout Warren County for their continued support. Prince HVAC provides dependable heating and air conditioning services, including repairs, new installations, service calls, and ductwork to keep your home comfortable year-round. If your system needs attention, give Corey Prince a call today. Call 931-703-2597. That's 931-703-2597.
I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Greg Bobis. Starting the morning in the 50s and low 60s. Sunshine takes us into the afternoon. A great one dialed up with temperatures in the low 80s. Overnight tonight, back to the 50s and 60s again. And then Friday, things begin to change going into the weekend. Scattered rain showers possible in the morning. And then thunderstorms and heavier rainfall possible going into Friday night into Saturday. A low-end wind threat can't be ruled out with those storms.
Chris Domine is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Iron Man. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
You know, your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Got to be ready for Sam Griffin showing up on the Simmons Says Sports Show. Again, we're in the second hour on WBMC 97.7 FM, also on AM 960. We're on the WBMC app. We're on YouTube at Main Street Media McMinnville. And we are on Facebook at Radio WBMC 97.7 FM, where you can get in your comments and talk a little bit with us on the Simmons Says Sports program. Again, I'm your host, Jeff Simmons. A comment that just came in while we were on the break from Lisa said, Coach Ferguson is awesome. I would agree. I think he's doing a great job. And Franklin Fisher did point out while we were talking about that the fact that Coach can get that kind of practice structure with middle schoolers is amazing. Yeah, I could not imagine at all having the patience to coach golf in the first place. Middle school golf, especially when kids are trying to learn a sport that is so frustrating to try to play, I could not imagine. So for him to be able to not only do that but thrive in that situation says a lot about his coaching coaching and what he is doing with the middle school program. We're glad to be able to stop by and have Brian Ferguson talk to us today a little bit about the middle school program, which again will be headed to Sparta this afternoon. They're going to be playing Sparta and Coffee County in 9-hole matches, and then I think they will be going to White. They will. I don't think I know they'll be going to White Plains on Cookeville. In Cookeville on Wednesday to play in the district tournament, and again, as long as weather permits, which apparently weather's not going to be a little bit of an issue this week, so we shall see how that goes. Sam Griffin, sports reporter for the Main Street Journal, has stepped into the studio, and we've been trying to weekly bring in Sam to do a little bit about Sam's stats and whatnot. So, Sam, how's it going, man? Did you have a good weekend?
Doing good. Oh yeah,
Celtics
very
win?
good weekend. Oh yeah.
I would never have noticed. But no, what do you think about your Celtics, man? I picked a couple weeks ago Spurs over Celtics in the NBA championship, and I as much as I want that to happen, I keep watching these games or watching the results in all these games and thinking I don't know if anybody can beat Oklahoma City.
Listen, when are other fan bases going to stop with the "we want" insert name here chants? Yeah. I mean, we want Boston.
Okay. So who's done this? Call them out. Call them out by name.
76ers play-in game against Orlando a couple weeks back. They're chanting "We want Boston, we want Boston."
Yeah.
Well, last night,
yeah,
the building in Philadelphia seems to be like 50-60% Celtics fans. I mean, you can kind of hear it. And towards the end of the game, they're up by a good 30 points or whatever, and the Celtics fans in the building start chanting, "We want Boston." So, and now they're up 3-1. They're winning this series, man.
Oh, the Celtics are 1,000% going to win this series. Do you think they can get out of the East?
I absolutely think so.
You think so? Yeah. Who is the most nerve-wracking team that you would say would be the toughest one? Who's going to be the toughest out for them in the East?
Just based on what happened last year, and if the Knicks do get past Atlanta, I think the New York Knicks, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what's going on with the Knicks. Would that be the matchup next round if it happened, or are they on? Or okay, so yeah, I would if I was a Boston fan, I would be hoping that the Hawks somehow figure out a way to take out the Knicks. I don't think they will, but it has been interesting watching that series and trying to understand exactly why the Knicks are struggling so much with C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum's been in the NBA for like 12 years now, and you didn't know he was this guy and all this. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he's found a renaissance in the playoffs. We have seen that from guys that are older NBA players. I mean, LeBron's still, it's unreal what LeBron's doing at 41 years old in the NBA playoffs, though I think it caught up with him last night. I don't know if you watched any of that Lakers-Rockets game. I think the steamrolling LeBron did not look like that last night. He was very average. I don't know, maybe but playing every other day might have caught up with him finally on that. So yeah, I'm interested. So you think if the Celtics make it to the championship, who would you want to see out of the West? Who do you not want to see out of the West?
Who do I not want to see?
Yeah.
See,
the Spurs swept him. The Spurs swept him in the season.
Your guy Wemby. I mean, he's like a human cheat code. I mean, he's like got the build of David Robinson with the handles of Steph Curry. I mean, I don't. That is the definition of like a create a player.
Yeah.
Player.
Yeah. So you either get. It looks like realistically, depending on what happens with the Nuggets and the Timberwolves, that you're realistically probably looking at either playing Oklahoma City, the defending champs, who have been absolutely incredible, including in the playoff. In fact, they haven't lost a first round NBA game in 3 years. If they sweep the Suns, they'll have went 12-0 in the first round in the last 3 years, and have the MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on there. Or like I said, you get Spurs and you get Wemby, who might be ultimately Shai's the MVP. Nobody's Wemby. Like he's one of a kind in the NBA. So I'm interested.
Also,
me and you would have some tense moments in the office if it ended up being Spurs Celtics.
Also, wouldn't mind the old school Lakers Celtics matchup, but.
Rob Nunley in the comment section asked. He said, "Hey Sam, do the shoes match?"
I don't think they do today. I'm kind of wearing the older ones.
Oh no!
Right
Oh no! So otherwise, how the weekend go, man? Did you dive into all kinds of sports? Or I've always been curious about this. I'm older now.
Yeah.
So usually when I leave the building of talking sports for 2 hours, or writing about sports for 8 hours like I did yesterday, or I kind of want to unplug and not be so sports centric. Are you like that on the weekends, or are you just like, hey, let's go watch the draft, let's watch NASCAR, let's watch that? So you're just sports all the time.
Yeah, I mean, NASCAR on Sunday is just an easy way to kind of just turn yourself off a little bit. And I mean, I will admit from time to time, it's a good time to take a little nap.
Yeah,
watching a NASCAR race. And yesterday, for the most part, that kind of remained true. But I think we saw a celebration for the ages. I don't know if you saw that video that I sent you.
Well, so what? Where were they at? What happened here?
Talladega.
That's not bad down there in Alabama. They're doing what is it even called anymore? It used to be, I mean, I'm sure it's a 500 mile still.
Right now, this year it was the Jack Link's 500.
The Jack Link's 500. Okay, yeah. Beef jerky. Okay, and who won?
We had another first time winner, which is pretty on note with Talladega. Carson Hocevar.
That's so funny. I mean, you could have given me 1,000 chances to try to come up with who won Talladega yesterday. I had no idea. I couldn't. It has been very interesting in the last 20 years to see how much my knowledge of NASCAR has went down from the time that I got too old to collect the little cars that I used to go to. I mean, I used to go to Sam's Collectibles and get the little cars. I knew every single driver. I was like, oh, that's Dale Jarrett. That's Rusty Wallace. That's Dale Earnhardt, obviously, Jeff Gordon, all these guys. And now I'm like, I couldn't tell you.
I've got a whole closet full.
Oh, you got a whole, I mean, those little matchbook cars. But yeah, I mean, but so you said Hocevar? Hocevar. Okay.
First time winner and
very good singer. If anybody knows, You don't like Hoser?
Hoser?
Yeah.
They did.
CW, you like Hoser? You get some? Do we have Hoser in the system?
We got Hoser.
Okay. All right. Make sure. So Hocevar. So what did he do that was just legendary celebration? Because normally they just drive around in the grass.
What he did is, and he's like 6'4", so it's probably a little easier for a guy who's probably that tall to do this. He kind of kept his foot like on the gas,
yeah,
while also kind of hanging halfway out the window, just celebrating with the fans.
While driving, 100 miles per hour probably?
No, I mean, on a burnout, you're probably only doing about 10, 15.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, he was kind of just driving around and celebrating with the fans.
So he was in his vehicle, but also outside of his vehicle.
Yeah, he was kind of halfway in, halfway out.
Yeah. It
was insane.
If I sit upright in my vehicle and put the sunroof over, I can almost look out of it. But now, granted, NASCAR cars don't have sunroofs.
Yeah.
Unless, have they changed that?
I don't think they have the roof hatches. They used to have like this emergency like roof hatch on the top. I don't know if they have that anymore.
Yeah. Well, Rob Nelly did point out that there was a short debate on whether or not to send you to be prom covers this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that would have been fun. Yeah. I mean, you got out on Friday and did some different others. I mean, like how many different times do you ever? How many times have we asked you to cover something that isn't sports in like a year? I mean, Friday.
I would probably say I can count it on two hands. I don't know.
Well, what was it on Friday that you went to?
Friday.
It's some kind of like a driving simulation or something.
Oh yeah. The Tennessee Highway Patrol driving simulator, which I think there's only like a couple of these in the country. It came to Warren County High School, and it had like what they went through was like a couple of different scenarios, and one of them was like where you're is just distracted driving. So, and what you're doing is you're just driving along, but then a bus from out of nowhere from the other lane just comes and hits you.
What?
Yeah.
You just get hit by a bus?
Yeah. Now,
how's that? I mean,
now one of the troopers that was there, he was kind of poking around at the kids driving around. He's like, "You want to turn the radio on? You want to check your phone?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, see, I distracted you a little bit." So
the simulation was if you get distracted, a bus hits you.
Well, if you get distracted and someone is coming from the other direction, you want to have time to react to it, right?
I guess so. Interesting. Did you try it out?
I actually did get to try it out.
Yeah. Did you get hit by a bus?
Yeah.
Why were you distracted? What distracted
I don't know.
You just got just a little bit of a distraction and got you. Like, what happened? Did he say something? You looked up?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I didn't have time to
was it like me where you saw a McDonald's up coming and I'm like, oh, there's a McDonald's, and boom, got hit by a bus. I don't know. We're going to talk a little bit of sports when we come back with Sam on the Simmons Says Sports Show. We'll talk a little bit about more of his Sam's stats and see what he got to throw at us, because he said something about running marathons. So we'll see what he has to say about that when we come back on WBMC.
In my bed at 3, you're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me.
At Express Motors, we're working hard to reinvent the used car buying experience. For you, that means a transparent deal on only quality inspected cars by our own mechanics. And great extras like free oil changes, free tows, and discounted service after the sale. We are the buy here, pay here car dealership you can trust. So come see us at 352 West Morford Street in McMinnville. Express Motors, where peace of mind and car buying come together. See our inventory now at expressmotorstn.com.
Good morning from Town Talk on WBMC. I'm Rob.
And I'm Raven, and we're inviting local businesses to join the Town Talk Breakfast Club.
Here's how it works. Just go to the Town Talk Facebook page, find the Breakfast Club post, and comment your business name to enter.
Every Friday, we'll draw one lucky winner live on air,
and you'll win a free fresh breakfast from your team at the cafe at Tree City.
They've rolled out a delicious new breakfast menu, fresh-made favorites, morning classics, and yes, coffee is included.
Join the Town Talk Breakfast Club, only on WBMC.
At Citizens Tri-County Bank of McMinnville, you're more than an account number, you're a neighbor. Our friendly local faces are here to help with checking and savings, home loans, financing, and everyday banking made easy. We live here, work here, and care about this community, just like you do. Stop by and experience hometown service you can trust. At Citizens Tri-County Bank of McMinnville, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Weekly specials are here again from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries. Now listen to these. Prairie Boneless Center Cut Pork Chop Family Pack, $2.69 a pound. Oscar Mayer Bologna, 16 ounce, just 2 for $5. Taco Bell Dinner Kits, 14 ounce, 2 for $6. And Gain Liquid Detergent, 46 ounces, just $4.99. Don't forget about the full-service deli from our friends at Warehouse Discount Groceries, 835 Smithville Highway on the Strip.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business makes good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply. 500 miles an hour, walk 500 more.
All right, we are back here on the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7. I am your host, Jeff Simmons, joined by Main Street Journal sports reporter Sam Griffin, who's going to be Sam, we're going to have to rush you out here, my man.
Yeah.
Just found out that we got to get to, I mean, Brian Ferguson had said it in the first hour of the show. He said something about, we were talking about a signing coming up. He goes, that's today. And I was like, that'd be the first time me and Sam have either one of us heard of that. And we have confirmed that there is a signing going on at 10:45 and another one going on at 11:15. So my man, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to start working overtime.
I guess so.
On Monday morning. Tell me this though before we rush you out of here is give me your big Sam stats of the weekend.
Well, folks, we had a new world marathon record set this past weekend. Sebastian Sawe. Yeah. Who I had where he was from written down, but apparently I don't anymore. Anyway, new world record of 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds in the London Marathon.
That is unbelievable.
The first time that anybody has had a marathon time under 2 hours.
All right, so break that down. I know you got numbers.
So 26.2 miles, right? That's a marathon.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, in 2 hours, divide that by 2. That's an average of 13 miles an hour.
Yeah, you said that a second ago, and I didn't want to be the person that came off a little bit stereotypical when it comes to long distance runners, but they're almost always from Kenya, and he's from Kenya.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there thinking, I was like, right when you said I don't know where he's from, and I was like, I'm just gonna bet Kenya because every single great long distance marathon runner has been from Kenya in like the last 20 years. So
yeah,
and he's continuing that. So what was the pace again?
Let's see, an hour, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, and
that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
That's 26.2 miles. And you're running every single mile at a sub 5 minute clip.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know if I can drive that fast.
And he broke the previous record by 58 seconds, which was held by Kelvin Kipton, which was set at 2023 in Chicago.
Kelvin Kipton. So we've now surpassed. I think that would probably have been one of those things that 20, 30 years ago you would have thought would have been unbreakable. No one's breaking a 2 hour marathon time.
Like I could probably barely do a 5K in like 50 minutes.
Could you? You have to watch out about saying stuff like that on the Simmons Says show because I said that last year and ended up having to do a 5K and did not finish it in under 45 minutes, even though I thought I was going to.
I ran a couple of them when I was in middle school. I think I was around 40 minutes or so at that point.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, get out there and try to do one this summer. See what you got. Last thing I wanted to ask you because I wanted to actually talk to you about this, and I sent you the message about it, is local rivalries. What's the biggest local rivalry in Warren County?
Are we talking within Warren County?
Within Warren County, yeah.
Within Warren County.
Because, I started thinking about it really because Warren County's playing Coffee County, and I was like, that's a rival. But go ahead. So you tell me, because then I want to tell you why I really got started thinking about this.
So we're not talking about like high school rivalries, right? Or are we talking?
Could be. I'm asking you, when you think local rivalry, what's the first thing that pops in your head?
When it comes to Warren County High School, I feel like there are two that really pop into my head.
Okay.
And that would be our neighbors to the north, DeKalb.
Yeah.
And the ones to kind of the west of us, Coffee.
Yeah. Okay, so that's outside the borders. That's us going and
you
playing.
still want it
else.
Within.
Is it centered? Because when I think about local rivalries, the one that pops in my head immediately was like when Dustin Curtis was coaching Dibble and Kyle Cannon was coaching Morrison. Those Morrison Dibble games were electric. Every year it seemed like they were playing. So I don't know. You were at Covenant. Boyd Covenant. Like, is it Centertown versus everybody? Is it? I'm just curious. We just have West Elementary, and is it a West Elementary, Hickory Creek, Bobby Ray? Like, you've been to some of these games this year. Is there any game that felt like it had a little bit of extra oomph to it?
Those Centertown Morrison games were pretty close on the boys' side.
Yep.
So
I'm just curious about that because this is the reason why I ask. Is because Warren County and Boyd played flag football last week. I don't know if y'all know this. It's been talked about a little bit. And the one thing that's come out of it is just this such amicable this relationship where, we're going to do this. And I think now we need to go next year and we need to continue to play this and we need to make it like a fundraiser and all this. And look, that's probably the healthy way to handle that.
Yeah.
But I kind of miss when people didn't mind being rivals with people. Like, I started thinking about that with Warren County, Coffee County tonight. Is like, even in basketball a few years ago, Josh Peterson, Thunder Radio over there, and you probably know Josh. I know Josh. He was the sports guy at the Manchester Times when I started at the Southern Standard back in 2010. He threw out a line about the Highway 50. Not much good comes out of Warren County except for Praters and Highway 55. And then all of a sudden it was like, that was such an offensive statement, but then we had to flip it on its head and make it a fundraiser. I'm like, sometimes I like when a rivalry is just a rivalry.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay to not. It's okay to be like, I don't like them. We're going to beat them on that. I don't know. So that's why I was kind of curious if you knew any. Boyd Covenant probably going to start playing in basketball again next year.
I would love to see that rekindled.
Oh well, it's in the works right now. The Covenant has rejoined the TSIA, so I don't know. Again, it's. I think some people are going to be, well, the reason why you want that is because it's ratings. I'm like, sure, of course it is. But at the same time, I'm like, it's okay to just not like and be fiercely competitive with a rival.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm watching it, and we just talked about it with the NBA. Like I don't know what happened in the last 15 or 20 years with rivalries where everybody's like, yeah, it's cool, but everybody's still friends. I'm like, why? You don't have to be. You don't have to be friends all the time. Nah, it's probably not so good if we start pitting elementary kids against one another who are going to eventually be teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's probably your best argument for that not being that way. But I'm like, it's okay. You can care about representing your team and beating somebody and being like, I don't like them because they're them and we're us. Like I play at Dibble and we want to beat everybody. I'm not trying to be friends with somebody else because I play with them in AAU in the summer and stuff like that. I'm like, I kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. People are probably like, oh, he's just stirring the pot. I'm like, I saw that last week with the high school and Boyd and again too, that's the healthy way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing for Warren County. That's the best thing for Boyd. And I'm glad people did it. But at the same time, I'm like, why? Like, why does it always have to turn into, let's make this awesome and a celebration? I'm like, why? I was like, there's plenty of Warren County fans. This is the reason why that sometimes I think, and I'm trying to not be disingenuous. It's like, y'all wanted that. You wanted that blowout. You loved that blowout. Don't try to now put a smiley face on it of, oh, no, we're all going to be friends later. I'm like, you love that. You rolled around in that win and got it all over you and loved it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's fine. If it would have been the other way around, you don't think the people at Boyd would have been rolling? Oh, take it. That would have been, they would have talked about that game for 50 years in the making. I don't know.
Now,
I just want rivalries.
Now, the question I kind of that was on my mind after you sent me that text, I was kind of wondering, obviously, you're around Boyd a lot. Who do you think is Boyd's current biggest rival?
Franklin Road Christian. There's not a close second. It's not even a close second. It's not a close 5. It's not a close 10. In fact, I even brought that up last week to some of the girls on the team after the game and said something about it and was like, what did it matter that they're like, we don't play them, we don't know. I'm just like, the only thing that we know them, Warren County, is like from knowing them and when we were kids or just knowing them from going to church. She's like, they're not right. We don't think about them at all. I was like, what if it was Franklin Road? They're like, we would have been we have to win this game no matter what. It would have been all out war. Franklin Road Christian. There's no close second. Yeah. I mean, I will say that. I was
just curious to hear.
I'm going to say that from the girls' side, the girls' perspective. The boys might say, I would, actually, there is a close second. It's Riverside Christian.
I kind of wondered if Riverside would be in there.
It's Riverside Christian. And that might flip in the next year or two, but for the last few years, it's been Franklin Road Christian without a close second. I should amend that statement. Riverside Christian's is coming in close. Boyd Covenant, I think there was a moment there that they had some. I think there were some big battles.
I always played a little bit harder when we played Boyd.
Yeah,
probably a little too harder sometimes, but
yeah. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna let Sam go because he's got to go to these signings, man. So hit the road, head out to Warren County High School and get us some coverage on Ella Matheny and Bree Iverson's signings, man. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more sports. I guess we're going back to the solo. Computer's still not working on there. He's Christian's shaking his head no, so that's great. All right, well we're gonna make our way through it for the next 30 minutes here on the Simmons Says Show solo round with myself, Jeff Simmons. We'll be back.
Burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the taste.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
At Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics, we believe in total well-being. From expert gynecological care to personalized weight loss programs, hormone replacement therapy, and rejuvenating IV hydration. Rediscover balance, restore confidence, and embrace wellness like never before. Because when you feel good, you glow. Visit Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics online at namastewellnessclinic.com. NAMASTE wellnessclinic.com. Your journey to wellness starts now.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. Let me, Sabrina Keaton, help you turn your life goals into accomplishments. Here at Security Federal Savings Bank, we can assist you with buying a car, debt consolidation, purchasing a home, or remodeling your current home. Whatever your needs are, we will keep it simple at Security Federal Savings Bank. We look forward to serving you and building relationships that last generations. Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Been turned down for a car loan? Struggling to get approved? Don't give up. Come see the team at Reddick Brown Ford. We believe everyone deserves a second chance. Our financing experts work with all types of credit to help get you behind the wheel fast. Make the short drive down Highway 55 to Reddick Brown Ford and drive home approved.
Reddick Brown Ford, built on spits with thank the Lord. If you're looking for a heart that roars, you're riding in a Reddick Brown Ford. Oh, yeah.
At Pioneer Building Supply, we're your one-stop shop for lumber, tools, and building supplies. Whether you're tackling a major renovation or just need a few materials for a small project, we've got you covered. From framing to finishing touches, we have the products and expertise to help you get the job done right. Stop by and see us today at 231 Northgate Drive, Suite 250, McMinnville, or give us a call at 931-473-7777. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is always ready to help you with whatever you need for your next project. For 50 years, Pioneer Building Supply has been the trusted name in construction materials. We've built our reputation on quality, service, and the commitment to your success. Pioneer Building Supply, building your dreams since 1975.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Pioneer Building Supply, where good business make good friends.
Pioneer Building Supply.
Hey, did you know Douglas Lanier is your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs? Your hometown insurance experts specialize in commercial coverage for agriculture, contractors, and workers' comp. They protect businesses big and small. Trust a team that knows hard work, smart coverage, straight talk. That is Douglas and Lanier. Oh, you got it? I don't know if you had it or not.
Douglas and Lanier.
474-0044, 811 Faulkner Springs Road. Again, too, thank you for all your sponsoring of the Simmons Says Sports Show. Also, I'm going to tell you a little bit about another one of our friends here on the Simmons Says Sports Show, and that is the Park Theater. Hey, listen, if you're looking for great entertainment right here in Warren County and McMinnville, don't miss out what's happening at the Park Theater. A one-stop shop for all the live music, movies, and unforgettable events in the beautifully restored historic venue. From concerts to community shows, there's always something exciting on stage. Grab your tickets today by calling 931-506-2787 or visiting the Park Theater website and Facebook. The Park Theater in downtown McMinnville, where great nights happen. Over the weekend, had a little shop of horrors. I'm sure Rob Nunley had a little bit to say about that on the Town Talk. They had 4 shows on over the weekend, and I'm sure they had a very successful run. Everybody that I've talked to that has attended the show said that they really enjoyed it. CW, what did Nunley have to say about the little shop of horrors this morning?
He said it went fantastic.
Of course he did. Of course Nunley would say that.
Of course.
Yeah. So wonder what's going to be the next thing at the Park Theater. What's the big next upcoming show for them? Let's go look and see and find out what they're going to be having coming up here soon. I'm sure. I mean, they keep it churning out all the time. So I'm very excited to see what they have coming up for us. Looks like we can find out when it's all said and done by going to the McMinnvilleParkTheater.com website, which is where you can find all your ticketing needs for McMinnville Park Theater. Anything that what would be the thing that you would want to see at the park if you could make it happen for you? Close to you, the Music of the Carpenters will be happening this Friday, May the 1st. And then they have some Paula's Dance Academy recitals that are be coming up next weekend as well. So, yeah, a lot of different stuff. Park Theater, full service. What would be the one show you'd want?
The one show I'd want? Oh, that's kind of hard. Probably just a good theater show. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They have quite a bit of those all the time.
They just have one. Yeah,
they just always have one.
Have you ever performed at the Park Theater?
Oh yeah.
What was the last time? When was the last time you were on the Park Theater stage?
The last time I was on the Park Theater stage was probably 2024.
Okay,
so a couple years ago.
What production?
It was
were you in?
It was West Side Story. I directed it. But I was also in it.
You directed it. Yeah. Who'd you play?
His name was Action.
Okay.
He was a little mean, racist little fella.
Oh, mercy.
Oh, mercy. Hey, that's West Side Story for you. You know,
Man.
it's gangs and this and it's heartbreak.
Did you get into character? Like, were you being super racist that week?
I guess I was. Yeah.
Mercy,
man. It was
dangerous. Wow, CW, man, that's crazy. I can't believe that. I hate that for everybody out there. It just doesn't seem like that would be your kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Did you do some dancing, some singing, everything like that?
Everything in between.
So was that something that? When did you get into that?
I got into that. I mean, when I was pretty young, 14. 14 was when I started doing theater. So
what was it like the first time that you got? I mean, like, what did you have to do to talk yourself into getting out there on stage?
Well,
because I don't think I could do it. They said something to me about it, and they're like, "Oh man, you now that you're going to be a Park Theater spokesman on the Simmons Says show, maybe one of these days you can come over there and be the MC for an event." I'm like, no, I don't want to do that at all. What was it like getting out there?
It was very scary, but I'll tell you, when did it the first time, it was one of those things that just kind of hooks you, and you want to do it again and again, and so it was fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's funny to think that I can sit here behind the mic in this room and talk to what could be hundreds or thousands of people every single week. But if you put all of them in front of me, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that at all. Now that said, I could probably go host a live showing of like the Simmons Says show or the Warren County Sports Authority if you put me at the Park Theater, and even if you filled it up, I would be able to do it. But there is something about it where if I had to look out and see my whole audience at all times, I think it would be a lot more nerve-wracking than just being right here. Because right now, I mean, I could be talking to anybody.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter because I'm in a room by myself.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like 10 people. You get 10 people. It's like, oh, my hands are shaking.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, my dad just messaged me. He said, "What part would you want to play?" And he said, "I would want to be the Godfather." I don't know. I was like, is there a Godfather play? I don't know if they ever made that into. Any kind of plays. He said that I'd probably end up being an Adam Sandler character.
Yeah,
for
Happy
my outfits,
Gilmore, the musical.
Yeah, I know he was making. Yeah, being the Godfather would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Yep. Anyways, Park Theater. Always go over there again too. We can tell you that phone number 506-2787. You can visit theparktheater.com. So we'll see how that goes. I think we call this a little bit of vamping in radio terms because I thought I was going to have a guest for the next hour, and then we had to send Sam out there because, hey, listen, the Main Street Journal does not miss when it comes to coverage. Sam's going to go out there and get a little bit of a signing story from a signee for golf. That's Ella Matheny, and they're going to get a signee for track, and that's Bree Iverson. So, again, we will probably have that reporting by the end of the afternoon on the MainStreetJournal.LLC, where you should be subscribing. And if you want to check out what's going on this week in sports, you can by going to MainStreetJournal.LLC tonight, Monday, April the 27th. Boyd tennis is going to Webb at 3:30. High school tennis at Lincoln County, 4 p.m., and that is the big one, folks. That is therefore the district championship. Girls versus Lincoln County, the Falcons versus the Lady Pioneers. The winner of that one wins the district, moves on to region. Warren County Middle School golf, we got to talk to Brian Ferguson. They're going to White County this afternoon. They're going to be playing White County and Coffee County starting at 4 o'clock. Warren County High School baseball at Coffee County, another big one, 5 p.m. Winner of that game moves on in the district tournament. The loser of that game is done for the season. The Pioneers trying to win their first game against a district foe tonight, and would be the perfect time to finally pick that one up. If they win that one, they will move on into a best-of-3 series with the Cookeville Cavaliers. Boyd flag football heading to Smith County, 5 o'clock. This is a point I wanted to make. I had the videos set up, and maybe I'll be able to clip them and do this, but Boyd flag football beating Shelbyville on Friday night made them 9-6 for the season, or I think it's 9-6, 9-5, 9-6. I might be giving them an extra loss there. I apologize if I am, but here, put that into perspective. If they were to beat Smith County tonight on the road, or if they were to win later in the week against Livingston Academy, those are the last 2 games of the season, they will have 10 wins in the first season of their program. You want to see that in perspective? Christian, you know how many high school girls are on the Boyd Lady Bronco flag football team?
I do not.
10.
Wow. Only 10.
So if they win one game this week, they'll have as many wins as they do high school girls on the team.
Wow.
And if they win 2, they'll have more wins this season than they do high school girls on their team. There are 13 girls on the Lady Bronco flag football team, and 10 of them are in high school. 3 of them are actually middle schoolers. They start a 7th grader on defense right now. So, I mean, that would be incredible showing from them. And the thing that I really wanted to talk about from that Shelbyville game was building confidence and always trusting in yourself no matter how bad it happened. The first time knowing that if you can get it done, you will get it done. And this is what happened. Boyd takes a 12-0 lead at Shelbyville. Shelbyville scores to make it 12-6. Boyd's driving, and they try to go to a corner route. They try. C.J. Perry, this quarterback, the senior quarterback, she signed with Freed-Hardeman. She's the only senior on the team. There are only 2 upperclassmen on the entire team, and that was who was trying to hook up. C.J.'s looking for Brooke Kesey on the sideline on a corner route, and the Shelbyville safety read it perfectly and picks it off and runs it back inside the 5. They end up scoring a touchdown, tie the game 12-12. Shelbyville takes the lead 18-12 late in the second half, and Boyd is driving in the fourth quarter. And wouldn't you know it, when they needed it the most, they called the same play. They went right back to that corner route, and C.J. was looking for Brooke again. And this time, trusted herself, trusted the throw, put a little bit more air under it to give her, 5'11" receiver a chance to go up and make the play. And she did. Shelbyville's safety, same kids, same situation. She tries to break on it again, but the pass was a little bit more where it needed to be. And instead of it being an interception that could have sealed the game for Shelbyville, it turns into a 54-yard touchdown pass that ends up giving Boyd an 18-18 tie, and then on the extra point, CJ throws it to Brooke. Brooke comes down with it 19-18. Brooke had all 3 touchdown catches in the game and also had the extra point. So trusting yourself, trusting the situation, trusting the call, and trusting that even though you might have not done it right the first time, that you know that you can get it done. And getting it done was exactly what they did in Shelbyville. Congratulations to the Lady Broncos. Again, 19-18 winners over Shelbyville last week. We're going to take a quick break here on the Simmons Says Show. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up for today. Get your comments in, 473-9383, or onto the comment section. Let us know, if you were going to the Park Theater, what play would you want to see? What play would you want to be in? We'll let you know if anybody lets us know when we come back.
But I know about one thing I got to do. I ran along. And now the time is now. Sing myself.
At the cafe at Tree City, people are talking about their favorite treats.
I personally like the caramel macchiato.
I'm a cappuccino man.
The biscuits are the best.
I love the egg bites because they're so fluffy.
Gravy biscuits, egg bites, it's all good.
I like the caramel macchiato because it's so sweet.
Come check out our fresh breakfast menu, served all day.
Find out what you like at the cafe, located inside the inn at Tree City.
Join the Warren County Republican Party for the annual Reagan Day event, Friday, May 1st at the Magnolia Event Center. Doors open at 5:30 with a program starting at 6. Hear from featured guest speakers including governor candidates' wives Denise Fritz and Chelsea Rose, Tennessee 4th and 6th congressional candidates, and keynote speaker Congressman Tim Burchett. Get your tickets now at warrentngop.org/shop or by emailing warrenrepublicanpartytn@gmail.com. Proudly sponsored by Haggerty for U.S. Senate and Warrior Precast LLC.
For over 60 years, one name has stood for trust, value, heritage, and exceptional care. Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta, Tennessee. From their outstanding service department to a fine selection of quality new and used vehicles, they're committed to doing things the right way. So whether you're looking for a new Chevrolet, car, truck, or SUV, you'll find real savings and the kind of stellar customer service that keeps people coming back for years to come. Ed Rogers Chevrolet in Sparta. The best deal and service you won't find anywhere else. Enter a world of action, suspense, comedy, and romance at 3-Star Cinema, where the latest stars shine and the perfect movie captivates you. Now showing
Project Hail Mary rated PG-13. The Super Mario Galaxy movie rated PG. Michael rated PG-13. You, Me, and Tuscany rated PG-13. The Mummy rated R.
Call the 24-hour movie line for showtimes at 473-7600. Experience your hometown movies at 3 Star Cinema.
Great, I clicked on something I shouldn't have. I guess I'm going to have to call. Micah.
Never fear, citizen. Ben Lomond Managed IT is here.
Citizen?
Our Managed IT team can train businesses on how to better protect them from viruses and malware, plus help with firewalls to minimize the risk of being attacked.
You've really got to lose the spandex, man.
Call your local BLC office today or go to benlomandconnect.com. Our IT superheroes can help your company squash online evildoers.
I gotta admit, the cape is pretty cool.
It's auction time in Tennessee on Saturday, May 9th at 10 a.m. We'll be at 280 Irvin Lane and Vandergrift Road selling the Nick and Jacqueline Self Farm. This 119 acres will be offered in 13 tracts. There's a beautiful custom brick home with an in-ground pool and pool house, a 60 by 40 loft barn, a 70 by 60 equipment shed, and lots of room to roam. We will also sell 2 excavators, hay equipment, and cattle equipment. For more info, call 473-LAND or visit dmsimpson.com.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
No two farms are the same. But something every farmer can agree on is that the land is so much more than just a farm. It's their livelihood, their lifestyle, and their legacy. That's something you don't have to explain to a farmer-owned lender. Learn how working with a farmer-owned lender can get you a farm real estate loan designed for your unique operations needs at fcma.com/real estate. Loan subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply. Farm Credit Mid-America is an equal opportunity lender.
Been hit by a smooth criminal.
Welcome back to the Simmons Says Sports Show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I am your host, Jeff Simmons. Looking at the comment section right now on the show, Chris Rippey chimed in and said right now that Warren County has a few girls ranked nationally in flag as of Friday. That's pretty nice, very nice when it comes to flag football. Again, too, you can see them in action tomorrow night. They're going to Cumberland County. They wrap up their regular season on Friday at Stewart's Creek. Should be able to see the flag football team in action back at Nunley Stadium next week when they are probably going to be a host team in the region tournament, hopefully multiple games in the region tournament that they will be hosting. Again, too, if you want to watch Boyd flag football, they go to Smith County tonight, and they go to Livingston Academy on Thursday. Just click that on there. Max Preps has got stats rankings where it says that Dorlea Haycock, freshman quarterback for Warren County, is actually number 1 in the state. Now, this is you have to take Max Prep this takes into account all the teams that self-report their stats, that Dorlea Haycock by almost 500 yards has the lead when it comes to passing yardage. Sidney Perry for Boyd is actually ranked 11th on that list as well. So, I mean, it's unbelievable to see some of the stats that are going up for Warren County. Macy McBride in the leaderboard she's top 10 in the country. According to this number, she's tied for 6th with 20 interceptions. Our Ari Rippey and punt return yardage is in the top 10 in the nation, according to the poll. According to what I'm looking at right now here on Max Prep. So again, flag polls. Ariana Rippey according to this, what I'm looking here on, and in the state of Tennessee, Ariana Rippey, 104 flag polls, ranks number 1 in the state of Tennessee. I'm telling you, I don't think that you understand when I say that. I hope people understand what I'm saying. This is not just a cool, hey, this is cool, they're 13-1. This might be one of the 5 best teams in the entire state that we have in our own borders. We talk about this all the time. What would it be like to have that a top team in the state in any sport in Warren County? Well, guess what? We do. Our girls flag football team at Warren County might be one of the 5 to 10 best teams in the entire state, and they're going to have a chance to prove that over the next couple of weeks. My dad chimed in and said that he would like to see Greece locally. Could they ever do if they would ever do Greece? I'm sure that's probably been done or has been talked about doing. I don't know how that would work out. Have you ever been in a Greece production?
I did. Yeah, it was at the Park Theater.
I figured
5 years ago.
I was gonna say maybe I have to circle that one back around and let Christian get out there again and do. So what role did you play in that? Were you Danny Zuko? Did you get to play Danny?
No, I was I was a random guy. I was a guy that sang "Born to Hand Jive."
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, well that's not terrible. That's not a bad gig.
Nah.
And lastly, also had somebody chime in and ask me about talking to Coach Ferguson and his conversation about coaching and getting into being the fundamentals. Like how would you handle something like that? And I would say poorly, probably, because I don't know. I feel like when it comes to trying to coach in sports, and this is something that has probably plagued me even in the last 4 years as I've been coaching girls basketball, is I'm not probably the person that you would go to get the absolute the base level fundamentals down for. I like big picture stuff. I like teaching more of game theory and game scenario. And this is what we should do in this. This is what you should be looking at. If they're doing this, trying to read, trying to play. I'm trying to teach the chess match, and sometimes I forget that you have to teach them what the pieces can do. It's like, hey, man, we're going to play chess, and it's like, oh, yeah, well, you have to know how the bishop moves. You have to know how the rook moves. You have to know how to use your pawns in the right way. And I'm just over there. I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I figured y'all already knew that you can make that jump, or you work diagonals. I'm like, no. So I'm probably not the best at doing that. I could tell you this much: there's no way I have the patience to teach golf. I don't have the patience to play golf. I can't. There's times where I can probably play golf twice a year, and past that, I just cannot do it. And even then, I only want to play 9 holes. I don't want to play a full 18. I don't want to put the back through it, and I just don't want to put myself through it. If I hit a good shot in 9 holes, I'm ready to go home. I'm like, good. I did not completely embarrass myself. I actually did hit that one shot that I could go back to. And it was funny. We played in the Spring Four last year, and there were people that were talking about it and watched, and they're like, "You're not as bad as you make yourself out to be when you talk." Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm not good. I'm not good at golf at all, but I'm not like the worst player that has ever picked up a golf club either. So, I mean, there's levels to it, but I would just be completely out of my depth at trying to teach that. But there was the idea that I do have that idea that I always want to be focused. I want to be like focused on everything that you're doing for preparation and making sure that we're doing that. I hate getting results oriented, even though sports, as my dad just pointed out, he said sports are results oriented, how you're judged on it. But I like to be process oriented. I want to make sure that if we're doing the right things over and over and over again, then I think the results will come to what we want them to be. But you have to do that individually. You have to do that as a team, and it's tough. I mean, because it's tough sometimes to be team oriented. You have to be individually successful. So then you have to break it down to even a base level of I need everybody on the team to understand that individually they have to do their job and have to be focused on doing everything in their process the right way before we can do it as a collective the right way. And it becomes like a little minutia of stuff like that I get. I would say that I would say our kids would probably tell you that I'm probably good at that. I feel like I'm not so good at that sometimes because I have a limited amount of patience. And I think sometimes that's where I can tell you how to do it. I can sit there and show you how to do it. But if you can't replicate it after a few times, I'm gonna get super frustrated, and I'm just gonna change the process. I'm like, all right, well, let's just change the process to something that you can accomplish. Which I think that in some aspects is the best coaching that you can do. You have to understand limitations. if you can't understand limitations as a coach, then you're going to be limited as a coach. Because if you don't know what, you have to be able to put your kids in the right situation for them over and over and over again. I was sitting there thinking, I saw this posted over the weekend where someone said that good players, the system doesn't fit great players. Great players don't fit into systems. Systems are built around great players, and I ascribe to that. That is, the greatest coaches have systems and ways about doing things, but you can't box it in to the point where if you have a talent that doesn't necessarily fit into that system, that you have to make them fit your system. You have to be able to be adaptable and malleable when it comes to coaching. And I think that's where sometimes sometimes I'm good at that, sometimes I'm not. And, I would say that's for every single coach. Sometimes that you do it right, sometimes you do it wrong, and then you just try to figure out the way to do it right more than you can do it wrong. And, that's life, man. That's just life. You just have to hope that you're doing it right more than you're doing it wrong most days. Today, I don't know. Did we do it right on the Simmons Says show? Did we do it wrong? I think we got hit with some adversity. I thought we had a plan for how we were going to go about today's show, and then it kind of got away, and we had to make shifts. So I don't know if we got it right or got it wrong, but I will say that we will have a guy in here that's another process-oriented coach tomorrow. Coach Eric Ballou will be in here. Warren County football starting spring practice today. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about what are they looking for? What is the process going to be like? What is the system that they're going to be applying to a spring practice as Warren County gets ready to be in year 2 of Coach Ballou, 6-5 last year, and hoping to be even more successful this fall at Nunley Stadium. That's going to do it for the Simmons Says show today. Hope everybody enjoyed the 2-hour programming. We will have Preston Smith on Wednesday, and then we will to be determined on Thursday, trying to get in a little bit of more representation of our high school sports and our athletes as they get ready to wind down the season, and then hopefully back to normal on Fridays, this Friday with the Father and Son Friday. Thanks again to Douglas and Lanier. Thanks again to the Park Theater for their sponsorship of the Simmons Says Sports Show on WBMC 97.7 FM.